antibodies that recognize very selective types of proteins and even portions of proteins. And it allows him to look for or to probe for protein changes that affect the activity of the protein or the enzyme. Now, there are multiple changes that can occur in proteins that dictate how they work. It's a little like having a gas pedal and a brake on enzymatic activity. You can speed up or slow down, and Dr. Lee can identify those. We call those post-translational modifications. There are many. I'm going to talk about one today called phosphorylation. So this is how these experiments work. We did these studies, Tim and his, Dr. Lee, his postdoc did these studies in human hepatocytes. So these are liver cells. So all the information that we present to you today will be very relevant to the human condition. Those cells are grown in culture, and then Tim applied essential oils for a 24-hour period. This is not a transient response. This is a chronic long-term treatment with the oils. Once that occurs, then using that automated system, we can probe multiple signaling pathways, 3 of which are shown there. I wouldn't expect any of you to remember these, but each of these are very significant, physiologically relevant signaling pathways that affect how your cells respond. Let me just describe 2 things on this very complicated slide. One is each of those pathways, you notice, has multiple components. It's like a cascade, we call it, so that when the cell responds to a stimulus, like an essential oil, there is a post-translational event that occurs, in this case, a phosphorylation event, that then cascades. It's like tipping over a row of dominoes. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is that the effect, the cellular effect of these pathways can lead to systems-level responses. So for example, the MAP kinase pathway is associated with cell growth and regeneration and rejuvenation. The PI3 kinase, AKT-mTOR pathway is associated with I'm actually going to look at this now. Metabolism. And we can turn that on and off. It's important to remember that these are systems that at times and in certain conditions you would want more activity, and at other times you would like less in order to respond to the cellular environment. And then finally, the JAK-STAT pathway is associated with immunity or healthy immune responses. So